Life for All presents Daily Food series, The Word of Life, The Fellowship of Life, and the Living Stones for the Edification. Volume 1. The Time Has Come for God to Rule the Earth by Pedro.
Week 4. The Fellowship of Life produces love. Wednesday. Jesus is our advocate and comforter. Read with prayer. He himself is the propitiation for our sins. 1 John chapter 2, verse 2. We have within us the Spirit of truth, who is also our advocate and intercessor at all times. When we receive the prophetic word, it is the Spirit of truth who gives us revelation, because he guides us into all truth. John chapter 16, verse 13. We understand that God has spoken because his word does not come to us as mere doctrine or teaching, but as a revelation of what is in his heart. Thus, we see that the Lord is always with us. Matthew chapter 28, verse 20. On the one hand, he is in heaven, seated at the right hand of God, in the highest position in the universe. On the other hand, he has not left us orphans, but abides with us always. John chapter 14, verse 18. In addition to defending us, he directs us when he sends us to carry out God's work. After sending out the disciples, the Lord confirmed the word through the accompanying signs. Mark chapter 16, verse 20. Based on this, we obey by going out into the streets to preach the gospel. However, even in the midst of difficulties, we are here to fulfill the Lord's word and testify that he cooperates with us, for he is our advocate and comforter. Therefore, if we face hostile situations while preaching the gospel, let us remember that there is someone at our side, the advocate. He confirms the word with the accompanying signs. The miracles of old have happened again because we practice the word that carries out the work of God. Acts chapter 14, verse 3. In order for this work to be accomplished, Jesus performed an act of righteousness on the cross and became the propitiation for our sins. 1 John chapter 2, verse 2. In Romans we read, whom God set forth as our propitiation by his blood, through faith, to demonstrate his righteousness, because in his forbearance God had passed over the sins that were previously committed. Chapter 3, verse 25. If we sin today, but later confess our sin, God is faithful and just to forgive us our sin and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. 1 John chapter 1, verse 9. The part that corresponds to us is very simple. All we need is a true heart. Confess, acknowledging our sin, and the matter with God is solved. However, it was not easy for him to forgive us because the demands of his glory, righteousness, and holiness did not allow sin to go unpunished. That is why Jesus became our propitiation.